Good afternoon. It is definitely a pleasure and the esteemed privilege of mine to be able to speak or talk on behalf or say something about Quentin Barabbas Woodside. I have known this good gentleman for a number of years. My first contact with Barabbas came through a lady that's now deceased, Joan Hyler, when the government introduced Junior Junkanoo, and I was then serving as principal of Stapleton School, and Joan, she was helping me with Junior Junkanoo. We didn't have the manpower, and the children really weren't capable of performing or beating the drums and the rest of it. And so as to help Joan out, she knew Barabbas very well, and she called Barabbas and asked him to come to assist us. And of course, Barabbas willingly did. I'm almost certain it was the first Junior Junkanoo when Stapleton School participated. Barabbas left his busy schedule and he used to come to us just about every time we were about to practice. And of course, he made quite an impact on our children. He definitely encouraged me, and I too even learned how to shake cowbell, beat drum, and rush as we went along. In addition to being there for me at Stapleton School for the Junior Junkanoo, we used to have something once a year when we used to walk from the Eastern Parade Grounds to McDonald's on Bay Street, and he used to provide Junkanoo music for us. And then we got even more ambitious, and we started walking from the Eastern Parade Grounds, ending up at the Sports Center. And all that time, Barabbas provided Junkanoo music for us. And since we decided to be even more ambitious, he would come out with his jars, his members with our boreholes jars and the rest of it, and they would run through the straw market and wherever else collecting donations for the Stapleton School. And then later on, he assisted me with the Bahamas National Council for Disability. You know, the one interesting thing about Barabbas is that I never ever had to give him a long kind of notice. I could call him almost the night before and tell him I needed his assistance, and Barabbas would be there for me. Our children became so enthusiastic that I remember very, very fondly and vividly that even though it might have been Stapleton School's first time in Junior Junkanoo, they were already going down the parade there at the Sports Center. And you know what they were saying? Two straight, two straight, two straight. Mind you, that's just the first time they're taking part, but already it was two straight for them. I also fondly remember my little girl at the time. She was the lead dancer, and she was dressed as a straw doll. So, you know, Barabbas really helped to inculcate in our youngsters a spirit of determination. He made them so sure of themselves, you know. And if we had a few more persons like Barabbas, we would be able to eliminate the stigma that is attached to persons with disabilities. Now, a lot of people sort of get upset when I talk about mentally retarded. But you know, at that time, that is what they were referred to, and nobody saw them as mentally retarded. They were just there doing what every other youngster was doing, enjoying Junkanoo, and Barabbas was bringing out the best in them. There's a lot more I can say about Barabbas that just doesn't only relate to the Stapleton School, but also as president, when I became president of the Bahamas National Council for Disability, he came to our workshop, and I remember when we sponsored a workshop in honor of Dr. Carolyn Hanna. Barabbas was there, and he taught our youngsters how to make artifacts, Junkanoo artifacts. He taught them some music. Like I say, I was inspired, greatly inspired by Barabbas. I don't think that I can ever forget Barabbas. And, you know, this might be out of the way, but I'm going to say it anyway. I would definitely like to take ownership for having introduced Barabbas to all those other groups, whether it be Stapleton School, Bahamas Association of the Physically Disabled, whomever. I claim Barabbas as having been the first with me at Stapleton School. And he opened up the avenues for a whole lot others to come on board. So I really want to encourage Barabbas to continue in his goodwill, continue to inspire others, and continue to do the best. And it is my prayer that Barabbas goes from strength to strength. He is definitely an icon, Junkanoo icon, whatever icon you want to call him. He has definitely done a lot for the cultural experience of our Bahama land. May God bless you, Quentin, Barabbas, Woodside, always. And may you grow from strength to strength. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sonia Adderley, and I'm a teacher at Stapleton School. I met Barabbas when I was teaching the course on Cat Island during our social studies time. What I wanted from him was for him to come and assist my students in decorating the goatskin drum. But as you know, Barabbas, my plans were simple, and he made it much more than I expected it to be. He came and he talked to my students, he told them what needed to be done, and then he invited us back here to his hometown where we actually made the drums. And not only did they make the drums, they painted them, they decorated them, they pasted masks, and then they also had an opportunity to go around the grounds and ring the cowbells, beat the drums, put on different costumes, taking pictures in them, and they had themselves their own parade. It was a wonderful experience for them, and I am sure they will all remember it for a very long time. I must say, on behalf of my class at Stapleton School, that Barabbas has done a very good job, and we wish him all the best in whatever areas he intends to go further. Barabbas, thank you, and we will be coming back to you looking for more assistance in the future. Thank you again.
Good afternoon. My name is Renita Johnson, a member of staff of the great Stapleton School. This afternoon, it's indeed an honor for me to speak about a man that I would have known only in name for many years. Barabbas was a household name. Going to Big Junkanoo, as we would say, you would always hear about Barabbas and the tribe. But it wasn't until 2006 when I decided to become a part of a team that would have started the not started, but would have taken on the initiative again to do junior Junkanoo at the school, I would have been formally introduced to Mr. Barabbas. Today I found out that his name is actually Quentin Woodside. When I met him in 2006, I thought it was the first time he was coming to assist us at Stapleton School. The kind of excitement he came with is what people usually have when they're beginning something. And to me, sitting and listening to all of my co-workers speak about a man that would have been with us for years before my introduction speaks volume of this man. When Barabbas, we would have approached him with just buying stuff from his store. You know, he would give us a discount, which I thought was remarkable. But then when he came to the school and interacted with the children, it just warmed my heart. For the most part, when people hear about Stapleton, you would hear the smirk or a remark as if our children are not like others. But it was this man that came and he interacted as if they were his own kids. The excitement that the kids would have garnered from him showed when we hit Bay Street. And so today I would like to say, the Bible says in Matthew chapter 25, verse 40, the least you do unto these, my brothers and sisters, you have done it unto me. So I would like to say thank you. Continue the work that you are doing. Let your light so shine before men. And I would just like to say kudos to you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Sonia Black, and I am a teacher's aide at Stapleton School. I got to know, actually, I knew Barabbas a while back, but I was introduced to him again in 2006 when we did Junior Junkanoo to go on to Bay Street. And again, I think about 3 years back when we were doing a project. The junior section was doing a project about Junkanoo. And I said to my teacher at the time, okay, I have a friend, let's call him, and let's see, what could happen. We called Barabbas, and he was enthused. First thing came out of his mouth, we have to do this big. I said, no, it's just a little project. Just a little project. We want the kids to experience Junkanoo for ones who have never seen it and get hands-on experience making costumes and drums and all of that. Well, we came to Barabbas, and when we got there, he said, we need to get what we wanted in order to do what we need to do. And from a little project, it became huge because we actually had a Junkanoo rush out at the completion of us making bands, hat, dresses, skirts, everything, drums, we made everything. The kids were enthused. I think a few of them still can paste. We taught them how to paste. And it's like whenever we needed something or we ran out of anything, he would just say, Sonia, come back, get what you need so you can finish your project. And he has this just caring heart. I don't know, it's just for the special need kids, but from I've met him, we've been to our school over and over, and he have done so many things without cost, and and he's a remarkable human being when it comes to our kids, and we do appreciate him. And I am really sorry right now that it's 2019 while we can't get involved in Junkanoo again. I mean, it will enhance some of the awareness of our children. But Barabbas is a nice gentleman. I think he's a rare breed, and he should be treated as such. And I love the brother from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
My name is Hazel Burke, and I'm a member of staff at Stapleton School. That was where I met Mr. Barabbas, and I must say that he has been a great supporter of Stapleton School. My first encounter with him was when we were involved in Junior John Canoe, where he helped us in making our costumes, taking the students to Bay Street, and he really put much effort into what was done for those parades. But my own personal experience with him in my class was about 4 years ago. We decided to have a mini John Canoe rush out on the grounds of Stapleton School around the track. And we set out to make a large banner about hurricane preparedness. And Barabbas was right there as usual to support us. He provided us with our drums that we needed because most of the drums we had prior to that had gone bad. Provided us with drums, provided us with materials for our costume, tricks and feathers and beads, and he was just generous, very generous to us. And he stopped by to see how we were progressing as we made our banner and our different John Canoe pieces, the hats and all of that. And on the day of the parade, he came and he was fully immersed in the parade around the track. We had such fun. The students enjoyed it immensely. And I want to say that I really admire Barabbas for the support that he has given to Stapleton School. He is always willing and ready to help us at a moment's call. And I would invite others in the community to pattern his example and to get involved with our special students. There are many people who believe that the students at Stapleton School are not capable of doing many of the things that the other students can do, but that is not so. We just need more people like Barabbas to get involved, not just in John Canoe, but in all aspects of our school life. Thank you, Barabbas, and may God bless you.
My name is Zoila Lai. I am a special ed teacher from Cuba. I met Mr. Barabbas in 2016 when I came to teach in BAPD, Bahamas Association of Physically Disabled. We were looking for some people to practice John Canoe music with our students, and we found in Mr. Barabbas the best person because we know that he are practicing John Canoe music for a long time ago, and also he loved John Canoe music. And after we met Mr. Barabbas, he went there almost every day to practice with our students. He brought the drum, the bells, and he made all the costume. And after we practiced about 2 or 3 months, we had the Christmas party, and the children really enjoyed the Christmas party, playing John Canoe music with Mr. Barabbas. And for me, it was a great experience because I am from Cuba. I like salsa music, but also I learned from Mr. Barabbas how to play a little John Canoe music. Mr. Barabbas also continued being involved in different activities with BAPD. He joined BAPD parents, students, and staff members every year to do the walkabout to raise funds that help the children in BAPD. The children really enjoy John Canoe music with Mr. Barabbas. We want to send thanks to him for everything that he's doing to help our students in BAPD.
Hi, my name is Demonia Givens, and I am a teacher's aide at the Bahamas Association for the Physically Disabled, known as BAPD. I know of Mr. Barabbas many years through my mother, who has the same zeal and love for John Canoe as he does. But I came to know him even more when I met him in 2016, when he came to help our students to prepare for a Christmas play. He taught them how to use the drums, how to play, how to use the cowbells, how to use the whistles, and also he provided costumes for them. Although I was not there for that event, I got all the good news about how the children were so enthused and loved the event. And they really showed their appreciation to Mr. Barabbas. I also had the opportunity to work along with him in the fundraising walk for the students, where they raise funds for the wheelchairs at BAPD. And they parade from the fort down to Russell Square and back. And him, along with others, provided the Junkanoo music and the fanfare for that. We really look forward to working in the future with him. The students love it, and when he comes around, their eyes light up and their faces light up, and so the students really love his work.
Good afternoon. My name is Helena Cartwright Seymour, and I'm presently a teacher at the Stapleton School. My first encounter with Barabbas, as we affectionately call him, I don't know if many people know that his name is Quentin Woodside, but everybody knows Barabbas. My first contact with Barabbas came, I think it was around 2002, when there was a break from Stapleton School entering Junior Junkanoo. And he came to the school to find out why we were not participating in Junior Junkanoo. And then they said because there was nobody to take on the mantle. And he came right to me. I never met Barabbas before. I heard about him, but this was my first real encounter with him. And he came over to me and he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Miss Cartwright." He says, "Man, you look like you could do Junkanoo. Why don't you bring the children to Bay Street, man? Everybody look forward to seeing Stapleton School on Bay Street." So I said, "But I don't even know where to start." He says, "Don't worry about it. I'm going to help you. We're going to do it together." And I took on that challenge, and sure enough, I must say that he was there every step of the way. He showed me all the ropes of how to plan and how to prepare for Junkanoo. He introduced me to Francis Milford, who at that time was a builder for him and doing all of his building for the tribe. And Francis came, and Francis got adopted by Stapleton School, because for every year that I did Junkanoo thereafter, Francis was there to build for us. At the time, Barabbas said to us, he said, "I will sponsor Stapleton. I will fully sponsor Stapleton." He said, "You all won't need for anything. You just need to find the kids to participate. You will have your drums, you will have your bells, you will have all of your things for your costuming. I will supplement everything that the ministry would have given you to do Junkanoo." And so I went into it blinded, not knowing what to expect. But I must say that first year with Junkanoo and with the training and the coaching that I got from Barabbas, it went extremely well. We came out of that parade in the special school division in second place, and there were 3 schools vying for that title, but we came out in second place. The following year, he said, "I will sponsor, but I'm going to be a bit busy, so I will let Francis take over for me." And Francis and I went to town, and we put everything together, and we went to Bay Street a second time. And our final time going to Bay Street was in 2006 as a Junkanoo group from the Stapleton School, and that was major. Francis, Barabbas, a young man they called Chicken, they were all there for us. And for everything that we needed, that we didn't have money or could not afford to buy, Barabbas supplemented for us. When we would go with the little change that we got from the ministry, and we tried to buy the tricks and the decorations and everything, it was never enough money. When we buy one bundle of glue stick, he would give us one bundle. And so that's the kind of heart that Barabbas has for Junkanoo, for our culture, and not only Junkanoo and our culture, but what he has for the special children in our society. he never failed. And even after we stopped participating in Junkanoo because I was unable to continue with the coordinating of Junkanoo, he would still come and donate his time to any kind of function that we had at Stapleton School once Junkanoo was involved. You only had to say Junkanoo and Barabbas was there. There were times when teachers were teaching about our culture and teaching about Junkanoo, they were able to get Barabbas to come in to speak to the children and to perform, show them how to cut the cardboard, to make skirts and to paste the costumes. He did many workshops at Stapleton School. And so what I want to say is that more people in our community need to have a heart like that of Barabbas. He is a man for this season, and he is a kind-hearted, loving, caring, and dedicated person to the culture of our society. It is people like him that will never allow it to die. And I thank God for him. And my prayer and my wish for him is that he would go on from strength to strength and continue to help the less fortunate in his midst. So may God bless him, and thank you very much.
Let's lighten up the table. Let's pretty up the table.
See all this red drink you getting right now? Put that yellow
Bring
drop
some
on
more.
the table.
Bring.
Then you can't see us. No yellow drum.
Thank you.
Look at your job is waitering because you ain't gonna make no money.
He's the cook.
That's the chef. Don't bother with the chef, please. Y'all don't mess with the chef.
We'll pass it down.
Chef, you have done an excellent job.
Thank you.
You see your twin?
Yeah.
No, I checked
Just 20.
Water for me, please.
No, water. I think she ain't got no drink
Oh,
yet.
yeah. Order for me there. Thanks.
Just water. Water? Yes.
Water.
Barabbas, this is nice.
Thank you. Well, I say, let me do something because, so they would slip it on me. And I wanted to do something like this long time. Because we've been waiting for over 30 odd years.
Yeah.
And then when by the guests coming through and reading up on the wall, and by me saying what I did, it sounds better coming from
people.
Yes.
That's me.
So I said, let me do something so I could put it on television while they come through, and then while they're coming through,
And have it be running.
it'll be looping.
Yeah, looping.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do all of the young boys who grow up under me. I'm gonna do a lot of them, so they could go on different
Really, all
screens.
all together.
Listen, if you want to, you would hire me to work on weekends,
Yeah, come on.
How
many kids do you think you have already raised?
Over 3,000.
Helen,
Pardon me?
you hire her for the same
I'm going to, yeah.
I like that. One of the boys, he's not come through. He said, I sent him to the shop to get some stuff. So he said, I need some money for gas. I said, boy, every time I send you a look, you need money. He said, no, daddy, it ain't me. It's Barabbas. I said, you like that too. Every time you want something, I said, I said, yeah. I said, you see all these ladies here, you know why they're here? Because I did things for them free. He said, Mom, why you shaming me like that? All right, so all of them, we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them, all 4 of them, grew up in this yard, playing in Pampas.
Wow.
Now they spearheading different organizations right in our community. So they reach out to me and they ask me to assist them, which I normally do, to pull it together so we could, it will help all of us to know one another.
Yeah.
From Chippenham, Fort Charlotte, Rock Crusher, Real Elder, Baintown, and Cross Grunstown. That's the immediate western area. And that's how we did it with Roots and Barabbas and the tribe. That's how we will know who come from Chippenham, what your brother is, who your mother is. So in case it helps develop the young ones. We wouldn't fight one another. We know you could talk to me, I could talk to you, or I would tell Miss Bernice, or and things like that. They put a little fear in them.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to continue to do with our youngsters.
Old school ragging the kids.
Right.
But you said, you remember the last time I talked to you, you said you had put a proposal together. What you wanted to present the government about?
To go before that. Same school. Young boy threatened my niece so he can starve after school. He can jerk her up. That's what he said. The teacher called my sister, who's another teacher at another school. She then called me home. Say, a young fella threatened to jerk my niece up. I called her father and I called the police. I tell the police, y'all beat me there. Y'all beat me there. Beat me to T.A. Thompson. Beat me there. So when the police came, the young boy, he had a knife for true. What? He had a knife for true. And jerk up for what? Stupidness. Stupidness. So the bottom line is, the police did, if the teacher didn't call my sister,
You wouldn't have been aware.
if my sister didn't call me to call the police,
The situation
the
could have been
situation would have been worse.
Worse, yeah.
So the police came, carried him to the station. We didn't press charges because we knew the parents. All right, and we talked. But this is so simple. Now I don't think.
Parents are the kind of parents who have control of this young man.
See, and that again, a lot of our children take advantage of us. You could probably reach
Yeah.
their children better than
Young.
you could reach.
Yeah.
I realize that.
Yeah.
Because
You know that.
growing up, most of those guys who they call bad wasn't bad.
No.
I just reach out to them. I say, how could y'all listen? Why y'all listen to me and don't listen to your father and your mother?
That's true. But that's true. That's what they do.
So the mother will call on the
You
phone.
spend more time with them.
Yeah, well,
You
that-
listen.
Because the father and the mother have to go to work.
Exactly.
Come
Pay
home,
this
do
bill.
work. They know they could come here.
They go from one job to the next
But they know
job.
they could come here.
They're attend it.
Right.
And
know they
so
could come
they
here.
could come here.
They know they could
And
come
they
here.
know that when they come here, they're going to get something to drink, they're going to get
Something to eat, clothes on
and
it,
you were there,
school them.
And
you
go.
were talking to them
Right.
and guiding them.
Right.
And so this is why you have this kind of situation. One of my neighbors, she had like 5 children. She used to work at a school. And when she come from the school, she go to the straw market. And the
Another
children
job.
would be in the street until 11
Oh my
in the
God.
night. What? And they know that she was coming home
not
around
because she's a
11,
bad
30
guy.
thereabout. And so
It'll break up one of them.
And she never knew they owed that kind of time. But you know what? And this yard here has always been a yard.
Safe
here.
area.
Yeah.
people hang out
Safe
there.
Let me tell you a great story, and this one is fascinating, because you know we go to Savannah, Georgia. This is our 17th year. The St. Patrick's Day Festival.
Yes,
We just got
yeah,
back
yeah.
the other
You guys
day.
looked at the pictures.
So on Saturday and Sunday, I have a little crew from the pit road, little children. They the senior who I grew up now. That's their children. So they will come and hang around with me, and then I have a crew from Beantown, and I have a crew all the way from East Street. All of them will come here and hang with me and beat the drums with the tourists, and I'll get each one of them $10. So at the end of the day, I end up paying like $260 per day with the children. All right, so when I say, y'all don't go tell nobody that, so don't go tell no one. Nah, this is it. I can't handle no more. So each one of them will carry home $40 between, no, $20 I give them, sorry. They'll carry home $40 for Saturday and Sunday. So I went away, and my niece, she was the only one here. So I say, all right, now, this is their paycheck. When they come, they can help you, because she's the only one to deal with all the tourists coming through, because all the staff and everybody gone.
Yeah.
I said, now they can help you beat the drum right from there to the gift shop. Right from here, right to the gift shop. So she said she had 6 of them. So I left the money for them. When I come back now from away, another set come. I say, another set come. I say, Lord, how I can handle all of them?
They done calculate their $40.
And one crying, come, the parents come, because he say, Barabbas say he ain't need you. Little one. He crying. So the mother brought him. I say, no, this is my little one. I love him. He could come. Don't worry about that. So I say, 2 tell me the money I given them ain't enough. That's the ungrateful one, right?
Yeah.
Two
Oh, yeah.
say, you know, all they ain't gonna be alive.
Nope.
So watch this now. I said, no, he's safe. 2 say they ain't going to work the super value. The following, I was Saturday. The following Sunday, I see them 2 come. I said, now no one getting paid today. I said, you know why no one getting, and last year I didn't have no tour schedule for Sunday. But I said, no one is getting paid today because I tell you, come that time I see the cheap people coming in. But I saw those two who say, they're here. And I just was angry, and I said, no one is getting paid today. And when they leave, I said, you know why? I said, the same too? Call short. All right? I said, now next week, y'all will pick it up. And y'all gonna be in uniform. Good. Yeah, so you punish them.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You punish them. Now, those two, then when they come back, they're not working until 4 weeks afterwards. They can be punished.
I don't blame you.
Oh, they can be punished.
Yeah,
now I say I'm gonna run them because if I run them, they get into mischief.
Yeah.